It's Friday, June 26, 2015, and let's talk about what happened this week over at xdadevelopers.com. First up, it came out this week that ZTE will be holding an event to discuss their newest device, the Axon Phone, on July 14th. We don't really know much about the phone at this point, but it's supposed to have a dual lens camera that can do 4K video, what appears to be dual front-facing speakers, 4 gigs of RAM, and a large battery with a lightning-fast processor. The images embedded in the portal post also show a new UI they've been working on to help simplify Android, which looks pretty interesting. Of course, we'll let you know more as we know more. A new Snapdragon chip, the 620, showed up over on Geekbench this week. Nothing's officially been announced about it yet, nothing's officially been said, but according to the benchmark scores, it could potentially outperform the Snapdragon 810, and it could even come close to outperforming Samsung's flagship Exynos 7420. I've been pretty impressed with the Snapdragon 615 based devices so far, so it's not really hard to imagine the 620 is going to be pretty impressive as well. A Kickstarter project had an entire article devoted to it on the portal this week. It's called the Beto Bezel, and it is what it says it is. It's a bezel that you can put on your Moto 360. Obviously, it does change the look and feel of the device a little bit, but it also adds in the ability to control the device in a new way, and the reason that it's gotten so much attention on the portal is because they're being developer friendly. As a developer, for just 20 Canadian dollars, or about 16 US dollars plus shipping, you can pick up one of these bezels and start developing for it for your Moto 360. If you are not a developer though, you can still get it for 29 Canadian dollars, which is about 23 US dollars. Not really sure how they're going to validate and verify that, but anyway. The project has just about 2 weeks left, and they're really far off from their goals, so go ahead and show them some love. Moving right along, there were a ton of OnePlus stories this week, so let's just clump them all together. OnePlus announced that the OnePlus 2 is going to come with a USB Type-C port on it, and to go along with that, they've designed a shiny new USB-C cable. They posted pictures of that over on their forum, and Carl Pei posted a video on YouTube showing a 2015 MacBook charging off of that USB-C port using the OnePlus battery earlier. They've also announced the OnePlus 2 launch on July 27th is going to be very unique. It's going to be done in virtual reality. And what's more, they've redesigned Google Cardboard a little bit to work better with the OnePlus One, and they're going to be giving those away for free, plus shipping. Presumably so more people can actually participate in the launch event and get that feeling like they're actually at the event. Definitely an interesting marketing tactic there. Additionally, a new version of Hydrogen OS, version 4, is in beta at this point for the OnePlus One, and XDA senior member Nathu has mirrored it and made it available. Do keep in mind there are some conflicting reports about battery life and performance and bugginess about it, and one person actually said it bricked his device while he was trying it out. I am still kind of tempted to give it a shot myself, and if you guys would like to see that, I might be able to do a video on it soon. Speaking of videos I've done recently though, I reviewed the Sony Smartwatch 3 over on my channel not too long ago, and one of the complaints that I had with it was that as of the latest version of Android Wear, I've been having some horrible battery drain issues with it. After I got in touch with Sony, they told me they were going to be looking into it, but additionally, Johan from Sony posted on the XDA forum asking you guys to provide bug reports for them, along with instructions on how you can actually put together those bug reports. So if you have the Smartwatch 3 and you've been experiencing these battery drain issues, go ahead and take a look at his post to figure out how to submit your bug report. Speaking of Sony though, a video released over on Android Pit showing some camera issues that the Xperia Z3 Plus, or the Z4, whatever you want to call it, is having. Basically, when you open the camera and you try to do anything with it using the effects on it, after just a few seconds, it can cause the device to overheat and kill the app. Not really great, and hopefully they're going to have a fix for it soon. Sony also put together a guide for creating and flashing images of the Android M preview for 17 different Xperia devices, so go ahead and check their list out and see if your device is on the supported list there if you've just been dying to check out this new version of Android. Moving on to some updates, T-Mobile has started rolling out Android 5.1.1 to the Galaxy S5, and according to a Twitter post from XDA recognized contributor LabTufer, there's now a list of HTC devices that are supposedly going to be receiving Cent 7 and Android 5.1, and that list includes the M8, M8S, E8, Desire I, Desire 820, and Butterfly 2. It's possible there will be more devices added to that list, and there's really not any information about when you would expect those updates to come out, but still, it's nice to see that those devices probably will not be abandoned. Now moving on over to the forum. This week, Twerp version 2.8.7.0 was released. This version includes a system read-only option so that you can make sure your device will continue to receive receive OTA updates, as well as a resize to FS option to help you resize your data partition in case your factory image wasn't properly partitioned. Case in point, the Nexus 6 factory image is apparently partitioned for a 32GB device, so if you put it on a 64GB device, you may not actually be able to access all of your storage space. Download Twerp, try out this resize to FS, and you should be able to get all that space back. Download links over on the Twerp site. Android 5.1.1 based nightlies of OmniROM are now available as well. Looks like there are about 11 supported devices right now with 5.11 nightlies at the moment, so go ahead and check and see if your device is on that list if you want to try out something new. Going back to LabTufer from earlier though, this week he released the first custom Android 5.1 ROM for the HTC One M9. From the comments in the forum thread, it looks like there are a lot of people really happy with it so far. Speaking of the M9 though, if you have the AT&T M9 and you'd prefer a more stock experience, XDA senior member CLSA has put together a guide showing you how you can convert it to act like the Developer Edition M9. There is a ton of information in that post, lots and lots of text, so do make sure to read through it thoroughly before you try anything out yourself. Also, XDA recognized developer TechHD has released his Texodus ROM for the T-Mobile Samsung Note Edge. Lots of good things being said about that ROM, but keep in mind that it pretty much makes the Edge part of the Note Edge useless, but if you don't really use that, go ahead and take a look at his thread. And one last thing, there was a discussion post on the portal asking what your favorite custom ROM is for your device, so if you'd like to participate in that discussion, links down below. And as usual, 3 other videos were posted to XDA TV this week. TK did an Expose Tuesday talking about X Hangouts, then he did a review of the Montar car mount, and then he did an app review of the most recently used apps widget. But you know what, that's gonna be about all from me for today. You can find the links to all the stories that I talked about down in the video description as usual, as well as the links to my YouTube channels. Remember, if you like this video, please do give us a like down below the video, we definitely appreciate it, and subscribe to receive all of our videos as soon as they become available. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.